I just feel so behind. I don't have sketchbooks full of art. That was actually quite a wonderful feeling. My ego is definitely creeping to the background now. How can I now counter these negative artist thoughts? Hello, fellow traveler of worlds. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be, what is this going to be? Not the big painting process I was supposed to be uploading, because I didn't finish it. So we're gonna do that another time, next week perhaps. And then I was like, okay, it's not finished, I don't want to stress about anything, I'm not gonna film anything. Then I realized I want to film something. I'm in a good mood, I want to film something. So it's just gonna be a small little thing about a subject that I kind of had a little crisis with the other day, which is the topic of being an artist and feeling behind. Because I am now 26. I started learning how to draw 3 years ago, I think in 2020 or something, the beginning of 2020. And that was when I was like, okay, I want to learn how to draw and how to paint, because I was working and still kind of am working on this giant fantasy world book series. And I'd come to that point where everything was so vivid in my head that I just felt this deep desire to learn how to draw and how to paint so that I could actually bring those worlds, these characters, these creatures, these things, everything, bring it to life. And I had no art skills, so I decided, I'm going to learn this so that I can make it visual. Now, this idea of turning my fantasy world and book series into a visual images kind of took a backseat when I learned that I actually liked doing this. And at some point a little while ago I realized I actually want to be an artist. I don't want to just create art related to my fantasy book series. I want to create art because I think it is another passion that I have. Now, mind you, in all of that, I have up until now struggled so severely with creative fear. Like, I really have to kick myself in the butt every single time I want to draw something, I want to paint something, because I'm so afraid that I can't pull it off. And that is related to many things, but it is there. Oh, I have a puppy who's dreaming. I'm not sure if you can hear it. But the other day, I got really down. Because once again, I realized I've been on this art journey for 3 years. I'm 26 now. I'm not 26. Oh, that's wrong. I'm 25. I turned 26 in a week. So I'm 26. I'm going to say that I'm 26. But I was just completely overwhelmed by the feeling that I'm so behind. I want to be an artist and I barely know how to draw a figure, those kind of thoughts. I just felt completely overwhelmed by, I have not created enough art. I don't have sketchbooks full of art. I don't have a gazillion paintings to show for that this is my art, this is what I create, this is my voice, this is my muse, I don't have any of it. I've just, every painting that I have managed to create has been such a painstakingly process of battling my own brain, and it takes me such a long time that I've not been able to create art on a very frequent, or not not on such a frequent basis that I see other artists do. And I think it's dangerous too, because on social media it looks like artists are just pushing out all this content, all these pieces of art, all these sketches, all these, it seems like they are drawing a gazillion paintings every single day. No. And so I kind of struggled with that, because I was like, I just feel so behind. How am I going to be an artist when I hardly have anything to show for? I'm 26 years old and I'm supposed to have figured stuff out by now. And here I am, I feel like I've done absolutely nothing. Now I know that is wrong. hence this video, because I'm going to prove myself wrong. Because I've recently learned that like these thoughts are wrong. They are misleading. They're my ego. It's my ego trying to hold me back, to prevent me from doing things, prevent me from finding confidence, prevent me from becoming the person I want to become. This ego of mine wants me to go sit in a corner, just cry my eyes out every day, feel absolutely worthless and ridiculous, so that I don't have to face the world. I don't have to face my life. I don't have to take control of my life. It's just easier to sit in a corner and cry and feel miserable about myself. That's what my ego wants, because it's easy. Now, we're not going to do easy. Which means that if I want to cope with these thoughts, I need to find a way to do so, because having them in my head and trying to suppress them, just like pushing them away, doesn't work either, because then I'm going to bottle it up, and then at some point I'm going to explode and have like a really long time where I'm very heavily depressed and in a very dark state. That is usually how I emotionally react when I don't allow myself to feel things. And I don't want to do that anymore, because I don't want to end up in these dark phases. So I had to be a little creative. I was like, okay, how can I now counter these negative artist thoughts in a way that helps me process the feelings? Yeah, in a way to help me process the feelings and not bottle it up, and also hopefully feel better about myself. And I realized, what if I just go through my stuff, my old art stuff, and just prove myself visually wrong? If I prove my ego wrong by visually showing everything I've done, because in all honesty, I think it's quite a lot. Like, I'll show you. I have one book here. This is the first book I started making art in. Then we have this book, and then we have this thing, which is like where I've put my watercolor paintings. And I have some bits and pieces standing around. And no, I have not created as much art as many artists do. I don't. I am facing mental illnesses that I really have to battle through. I really have to work on them. That is my main priority. My healing is my full-time job. Art comes second. But still, I have created stuff. So I thought, I'm going to prove my ego visually wrong by going through the things that I've created. I'm not sure if this is interesting to anyone, but I thought this is fun for me to look back upon when I feel bad about where I'm at. Because I have no reason to feel bad about where I'm at. I am doing my best, and I can't do better than my best. I can't. I can just show up as I am and do my best. So, yeah, let's see what I've created throughout the years. Oh, I got sunlight on. Wait. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. I'm gonna move you there so that you can see my face in the sunshine. Let's see, moving you there. What do you see now? Well, you see me, obviously. Okay. Now, I probably shouldn't be showing my face while I'm showing you my art, because then you can't see my art. But we're just gonna try it like this. I'm gonna start with this one. So this is the very first book I started drawing in. Is my microphone on? Yes, it is. This is the very first book I started drawing in. This is from 2020. So like, this is where I started trying to draw like an Xbox controller thing. And we have a mug and an apple and some very weird looking figures. Let's see. A cheese? No, it's a cylinder. It's a cylinder and another mug. And you can just obviously see that I did not have a lot of understanding of perspective or of light. I was trying, but, the understanding wasn't there. This is fun to look at, like, my first couple of sketches. Can you see that? Give me a moment. There we go. There, and let's see what else we got. Here, again, some weird figures. Apparently I tried drawing them. This is where I tried figuring out the heads. I think this is when I started to kind of understand the perspective situation, or the concept of perspective. This is the first, head not ever drew, but like I remember I followed tutorials specifically for the shape of the head, specifically for the nose and the lips and the eyes, but as you probably can see too, I did not really know how everything was supposed to be related to each other. But, oh, another thing I realized. When I go through this, I'm only allowed to give myself compliments and positive critique. If I say something wrong, if I say something negative about myself, well, we're not going to say anything negative about it. I'm just going to be kind to myself and just give either compliments or positive critique. So, yeah. I think I drew a male, too. Oh, yeah, I did. You know, they basically look the same with just different hairstyles. Oh, this one I think is like still. I don't know how I did this. I have no idea how I did that. But I'm really proud. I'm still proud of this one. Maybe I should try to paint a dragon again at some point. I should finish it. This is like still from 2020. This is my first watercolor rose. Well, at this point, I did not know that I shouldn't be using watercolors on regular paper, so it's like really crumpled and weird. Oh, I remember this. See here? I'm not continuing. Well, I started this $250 challenge because I found this free course, Drawbox, which has amazing beginner content for people who want to start how to draw and they're completely beginners. I'll leave it in the description. I have a couple of sources that really help me out, and I'll leave them in the description. One of them being the $250 challenge. Now I did that, and I actually saw a massive improvement towards the end. So that's pretty cool. I changed the camera angle a little bit again because I want to have my face in the sunlight while I talk to you, because having my face in the sunlight during winter is a very rare occasion. So yeah, you'll just have to deal with my weird lighting situation right here. Where was I? Okay, moving forward here. I started trying to draw some kind of scenes, and then if I turn this one like that, can you see that? This is like where I guess I started to experiment with like sketching and stuff, trying to understand the perspective in imaginary drawings. Then we have another watercolor practice, this time with actual watercolor watercolor paper, cheap one, and I never finished this painting, I think. But here I discovered that I love colors, and a little like past talk, that is not the right word, but in the past I had a long period where I just wore gray clothing, just black, just depressive colors to kind of reflect the state of my head. And as I've rediscovered myself and trying to find my place in this world and try to find the beauty of life in life, I have realized how much I love color. Color. I love color. It's so important for your mind to see color. My grandma loved colors too. She had colors everywhere, and she loved flowers, colorful flowers. And so I definitely think that when I show you a bit of my paintings later on, you'll see that the consistent theme in all of it is color. Oh, here I tried to draw a dragon with a woman on it. Here I'm starting to try like, not figure drawing, but like mannequin drawings. This is where my anatomy studies started. This looks like a future painting that I made. I'll show you soon. So far, I'm getting quite excited. I didn't think it would be so fun to look at my own old stuff. Yeah, my ego is definitely creeping to the background now, which is good. Let's see. And you know, I think this is the part that artists perhaps don't show, especially self-taught ones. If you really want to learn things, all the time that goes into repetition. I have so many pages of this stuff, drawing the same thing over and over and over. Oh, look at that. Another dragon snake thingy eating a giant castle. Ooh, I remember being really proud of this one because I feel like I really managed to manage the shading and the lighting in this one. I thought that was really cool. I remember being proud of it. I'm still proud of it. Oh, and there's this one. This was like my first, I think, proper... Oh, it's better to hold it. This was my first proper yeah, drawing, I think. Where I just sat down and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try to put my art practice into a real piece or something. And it turned into this. Now, once again, I have a well, I'm gonna show you. Some of you may recognize this painting. Can you tell I like trees? This painting. Now this one I painted last year. It's a tree woman. And I'm really, yeah. There is so much wrong with no, Frederica, no. I was not going to say anything bad. I was not going to say anything bad about it. No, there is nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. There are things that, of course, could be improved, like the figure, the head, the hands. Well, she doesn't have hands, and like the watercolor skills in general. But I'm really proud. I'm really proud of this painting. I absolutely adore the colors and the atmosphere. So, no more bad words, I would say. This is February 2021, so this is a year later. I'm also quite proud of this one. I really like the shading. I should perhaps try to paint this one at some point. Oh, I did not think I would have such a good time doing this. This is the best idea I've had in a very long time. Oh yeah, here is more, just again, practice, repetition. Ooh, this I actually have in a video, this one. Is one of my earlier silent vlogs where I don't talk, but I drew something, and I remember how scared I was. I remember how scared I was doing this on camera because everything in my head was off with this drawing. I didn't manage the hands, I didn't like the colors, the heart was not very in-depth. Looking back at it now though, for someone who had never practiced hands or hearts, it's good. It's quite sweet, isn't it? I like it. Ooh, this is like unrelated, but I like to make, when I redesigned furniture, and I like to make it my own. I put like things on it that you wouldn't usually put on a piece of furniture, and this is one of them. I painted this on a dresser. And here's just like trying to sketch things, and now wait. In what timeline are we? Now we're 2022. I think I'm throwing away the years here a little bit because one drawing is good and one is significantly worse. So I don't think we're in a correct timeline here, but who cares? That one. Should I change the... Wait, I'm gonna change this again. Because I feel like I'm babbling non-stop to you right now. Well, who cares? I'm having a good time. And you can't say anything to make me shut up, so I'll just continue. Oh, you're very sweet. Hi. Look at those paws. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're tired. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, perfect girl. Also, don't mind me, I'm currently still working on those gifts of love paintings, so it's a bit of a mess here. I was really spontaneous with this. I surprised myself. Oh, this is, by the way, also one of my first watercolor paintings. I think we've improved quite a bit. Making a little bit of improvements with the figure drawing stuff. This one, I remember this is definitely in one of my earlier videos. Also like quiet, non-talking, but I was working on this one. I like this one too. Yeah, I like that. Okay, this book is finished. I haven't even started on showing my paintings yet, so I have to probably, to not make this too long. This book was very specifically for practice. Let's see, can you see it? Practice. Just a gazillion. There are not really any paintings or things in here. Can you see it? Here I think I had a couple of weeks where I intensely tried to figure out figure drawing, or like, not posture, but just painting people, like drawing people. And yeah, other stuff, texture studies. Ah, this one is pretty cool. Never finished it, because fear. But yeah, I hope I'm not going too quick here. Not that it's very interesting to look at, but yeah. So this was like a really sketchbooky. Oh, this is cool. You know what? That's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna show you. This year was my year of portrait drawing. This I made a day, I think, before I started practicing. So remember this? This was my extent of portrait drawing information, understanding. Now, after a month of intense practicing, this is what I managed to create. Now, mind you, I think I look a lot prettier and perhaps a bit older and more sophisticated in this drawing. But, you know, if you don't think of it as me, it's pretty beautiful. At least I think so. I like giving myself compliments. Don't laugh. Try, you know, right now, give yourself a compliment. That was actually quite a wonderful feeling. I gave myself a compliment, and I actually took it. I accepted it. And now I have this weird fuzzy feeling. Like, I think I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I also have a couple of other ones. Let me show you. Is that it? Oh yeah, I have this one where I tried a really drastic angle. I was a little bit stupid because I didn't use correct paper. This is like really cheap $1 store paper. Now, I have never been to a $1 store, but like, just take it as a cheap kind of paper. I also I gave my dad a portrait of my mom and me for his birthday. I don't have it here though, because obviously he got it. The first month of the challenge that I made for myself was learning how to draw hands. And the result of that was this painting. So after a month, I could draw hands good enough to create this. I'm burping, sorry. I had this project which I never finished, which I will. But mind you, these paintings aren't finished. These are just, I tried over and over and I just couldn't figure it out. But it is this kind of themed. I still have to make the official painting properly for it. But we have this one, we have that one. So this is, you know, this is all this year. Then I think one of my proudest paintings I have painted so far, it's because this one was a commission piece for a very good friend of mine. She has just recently published her first debut novel. And we had this project together where I was going to try and paint her main character in her like main setting. And I was going to try to capture the atmosphere of the book and the main character and everything. And I think I did pretty well, and I think she's pretty pleased with it too. Which is just the fact that I managed to pull that off. Sad part is, it was one big anxious project where I felt nothing but fear through the entire thing. But I did it, and the end result was good. So I'll show you, is this one. Like, this painting embodies what I wish to be able to achieve with my own fantasy series. Now, mind you, up until now, I've not dared to paint anything from my own fantasy series yet, even though that was like the motivation for me to learn this in the first place. But again, we're conquering one fear at a time here. I am pleased with this one, that's for sure. I really like it. You're a big buddy now. Yeah, you're 5 months old or something, aren't you? You're so cute. You're so cute. You're a little rascal and you're really annoying, but you're also really cute. Yeah. Let's put you next to my ginormous painting. There. Oh wait, no, that's not working at all, is it? What else can I show you? Oh yeah. Another fun thing that I just started doing like a month ago, I, for the first time, tried oil painting. Now that was a big step for me, because in my head, ever since I started this art journey, I was like, I need to get better. I need to understand drawing. I need to understand all these things to be allowed to try oil painting, because in my head, that was like a professional medium. So I can use this until I felt like, oh, I know how to make art. Now let me tell you, if you are a little bit insecure, an anxious creative who easily feels, who easily has low confidence when it comes to your work, you are never going to feel ready to try a new medium. You just have to do it, which I suppose goes for a lot of things, that at some point when you need to realize that you're putting things off because of fear, and the only way to ever do this thing is to actually go do it. Now that was my relationship to oil paint. And I think Bam Bam has to poop. So I should probably go out and poop with him. I'm not gonna poop with him. I'm just gonna take him out and poop. I've been talking for too long. We're back. We didn't poop because he just went into bed, so. Where was I? About oil painting, yes. I finally, about a month ago, challenged that fear. I tried oil painting, and let me tell you, I'm in heaven. I'm in absolute heaven. Now, I don't know much about it yet, but I feel like a completely new world has opened up to me. The potential with this medium is insane, and I can't wait to get better at it. So the first ever oil painting I created was this one. A very colorful, kind of sad looking woman. Now, the second one I started, I feel like I messed up the face and I didn't like the colors, so I'm not gonna finish this one. I'm gonna try again later. We have this. It looks kind of weird because it's just like a head popping up from a red canvas, but I'm gonna try again. I have created, now don't laugh because the sketch got a little bit smudged, so it looks like she has a broken nose or something. But I'm gonna try again with a yellow underpainting and a real canvas, not this thin board stuff, because as you probably can see, it's a bit crooked. And I am not giving up. I am gonna start again and make it beautiful. Okay, are we wrapping this up soon? We should. I'm gonna show you last couple of things. One of my most recent paintings that I painted just for myself was this one. And this, I think, is my favorite painting ever, not just because of what it looks like. It's not necessarily the most beautiful painting I've created, but the sheer fact that I managed to paint this thing without a single drop of fear. Without a single drop of fear. I felt excited, nervous, yes, but that is something different from anxiousness. Yeah, this painting is my baby. It embodies how I want to feel as an artist, how I want to create as an artist. Yeah. Sorry. Wait, it's right behind you, you know. I was so pleased with it that I framed it in. It just embodies everything that I stand for myself. Something like that. So, it's this one. Oh, we're gonna do this. Can you see? It's basically this glowing woman surrounded by a lot of color. But yeah, this is just a really, really precious painting to me, because it just embodies so much. One last scene change for the interest. I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all so, so much. I wish you the most beautiful time to come. And if you're one of those who are a bit lonely, a bit sad during this time, I send you all my love and my light. I send you all my good energies. I hug you in my heart and in my soul. Yeah. I send tons of miracles your way, and I hope that one of them reach you. Life is worth living, you know. Just have to give it a chance. Give the universe a chance to show you how amazing it can be, I think. Now, is that a good note to end it on? I think so. Bam Bam, what do you say? What do you say? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's giving kisses too. Oh, he's giving kisses. So, Bam Bam sends his kisses. I think Oop does too. She's just sleeping. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You're eating my grandma's shawl again. Excuse me. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And I will see you very, very soon. So, take care.